see, just bright.
What colour bright is it?
It's of white.
It's white. I want you to put one step in front of the other. So as I click my fingers, just feel yourself moving around in this light and tell me, how does this light feel to you? What kind of energy is it?
It's not that clear. Heavy.
It's heavy. Ah, I see. So what I want you to do now is, in a moment, I'm going to ask you to take a deep breath. And very good. And as you breathe out, I want you to blow away that mist. And I want you to do that again. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, blow away that mist until you can see around you and sense. So you can use your imagination and tell me, do you feel that you're inside or do you feel that you're outside?
So dark at the moment.
It's dark now. Just allow the darkness to come to you so that you can connect with this. Is it dark because it's late in the evening, or is it dark because of something else?
It's dark. No, it's just dark. Like in a cave or tunnel or
in a tunnel
or cave
or a cave.
It's so dark.
Okay, so let's begin to walk around this place then. So put one foot in front of the other now, and I want you to walk very slowly towards the light. So see yourself now putting one foot in front of the other, and see yourself getting towards the light so that you can see clearly everything around you and you can describe everything to me. Do you feel that you're in that cave?
I just see some planet lights, like circles.
Planet lights?
But it's still dark.
Tell me, do you feel that you have a body or do you feel that you are spirit?
I don't feel body.
You don't feel a body. If you haven't got a body, it means that we can move anywhere just with the thought. That's all it takes.
I
one
don't
thought.
Feel here.
So let's just allow you now to rock from one side to the other. And can you feel yourself moving from one side to the other? Feel yourself drifting and floating now. That's very good. And as you begin to glide around this space, tell me, besides the darkness, are there any colours there? Do you sense anything? What do you imagine?
I can see some faces coming, like white masks.
Faces with white masks? Ask them to come forward.
I think I have a wolf.
You have a wolf? Ask the wolf to come forward until they're right in front of you, until you can feel their energy. How does this wolf feel to you?
It's not coming. I'm asking.
You can telepathically communicate with this wolf now that you're in spirit. I want you to telepathically communicate mind to mind. What do you imagine he's saying to you?
Are you okay?
And that's your first message. Tell me, is this wolf a guide? What's your first answer?
Friend.
He's a friend. I'd like to ask your friend, the wolf, now to take you towards a past life memory that is relevant to today. So I want you to stand next to your wolf friend now, and I'd like you to go drifting and floating through time and space. And as you go drifting and floating through space, you will see silver threads, and these will be the threads towards a life, a time long, long ago. See yourself now following a silver thread now, go drifting and floating, following that thread. And I'm going to count from 3 to 1, and when I get to 1, you're going to be in a past life memory of long, long ago. So when you're ready, 3. Drifting and floating now, drifting and floating, nice and steady, very good. 2. Going down and down and down the timeline. And 1, until you be there now. And tell me, as you look around, are you on land or are you on sea?
I think it's the land.
It's the land. And as you look around this land, I want you to use your imagination and describe this land to me. Is it a hot country or a cold country?
It's brown.
It's a brown country. And as you're looking around, are there any trees there, or is it beach? What is it?
I can see a bright light. It's like not a star, but something like star, more than star.
More than a star?
I saw a cat.
A cat? And look down at your feet and tell me, the ground that you're on, what kind is it?
It's, I think, like sand.
It's sand. Well,
it's bright, so bright.
Is it a bright day today?
Yeah, sunny.
It's a bright sunny day. Well, as we're in a spiritual place connecting now, I'm going to bring a spiritual mirror, and I'm going to put it in front of you at the count of 3, 2, 1. And when I get to 1, I want you to look up and into that mirror. And so you can describe to me what you look like. So when you're ready. 3. Calling on that spiritual mirror now to come before you. Feel it getting closer and closer and closer now. 2. Know that I am placing it in front of you now. And 1. And as you look into that mirror, the more I talk to you, the clearer and clearer your image becomes. All the mist dissolves and drifts away until you can see yourself very clearly in the mirror. So what do you imagine you look like there? Are you a man or a girl? How do you feel? Connect with your senses. Do you feel that you're male or female?
I think it's a male.
You're a male. And I want you to look into that mirror, and I want you to take a nice deep breath. So take a deep breath in And breathe out. And as you breathe out, I want you to blow away all the mist and debris from that mirror until you can see yourself clearly. And tell me, as this man, what colour is your hair? Just your first impression.
Dark.
It's dark. And what are you wearing?
Brown.
You're wearing brown. Have you got anything on your head?
Like a hat or something.
And what colour is your skin?
A little bit darker.
Dark skin. And as you look at yourself, tell me, how old do you feel there? Just your first impression. What number comes to mind?
40 something.
You're 40 years old. And if you're 40 years old, you'll know your name. See that name come. Listen to your name being called. What's your name?
I don't know, Isof.
What is your name?
Isof.
Isof. Isof, thank you very much for coming to work with me this evening, Isof. We've been waiting a long time for this past life regression, and we're delighted that you've come to share your life and your story with us. Isof, tell me, are you alone in that place where you are?
Yes.
You're alone? So what country are you in? I'm going to tap you on the forehead and you're going to see that country. What country are you in?
I think it's Egypt.
You're in Egypt. So Isof, as you look around, you say that you're alone. Are you going to somewhere or coming from somewhere? You'll just know. What are you doing there?
I think moving forward.
You're going forward. Are you going forward towards that bright light?
Yes.
So see yourself doing that now. Just get the sensation that you're putting one foot in front of the other. Every time I click my fingers, you get a step further and a step further, going deeper and deeper into trance. Very good. Deeper, deeper, deeper and deeper, until you see yourself at the edge of this bright light. And tell me, what is this bright light?
I was going forward, but it's gone like a mountain in front now. The light is gone.
You've got a mountain in front of you. Do you go up to this mountain? Do you go up the mountain? Or round the mountain?
At the bottom.
You're at the bottom of the mountain.
Yes.
And what is it that you're looking for there, Isof? What is it that you're doing?
I'm stuck. I wanted to go forward. I'm stuck.
You're stuck? What is it that's stopping you from going forward, Isof?
It's the wall. It's like you can't go so high.
It's a high wall? Who built that wall, Isof? Just see the image. Are they your friends?
It looks like statues, how do you say? It looks like there are loads of them.
Statues?
Yeah, but they are built in mountains, or it's because it's brown.
So they're statues
is it like sand or
built in the mountains?
Yeah.
How wonderful. And what is the purpose of you going to this place where the statues are built in the mountain, Isof? What is it you want to do there?
I want to see the sun, the brightest.
You want to see the sun?
I need to move up.
You need to move up.
To go up.
To go up. Well, see yourself now.
So bottom, so low, so the end.
Well, just use your imagination and just lift yourself up and float and drift up and up and up and up, and see yourself drifting towards that bright sun, getting higher and higher, higher up the mountain. And describe to me where you are now.
Oh, nice.
On
the top, I can see bright.
You're on the top of the mountain.
Oh, so beautiful.
Describe to me, what do you see there? Do you see rivers or sea or land?
No, just so sunny, really bright.
And what is the purpose of you going up to the mountain to see the sun like this? Is there a reason why you're doing this, Esoph?
Just want to feel more power towards me.
More power. Well, as you're taking in that sun now, Esoph, just allow that sun's energy to get closer towards you and feel your whole body absorbing the heat and the love and the energy of the sun. That's wonderful. Feel yourself energized and full of power. And tell me, Esoph, what do you do next? Do you have a family in that life, Esoph?
I'm alone.
You're alone. Esoph, you will have a job or a trade. I want you to make an intention now to see yourself doing the job that you do, the trade that you do in that life. And tell me, what is it that you do in that life?
Not sure.
Do you work with your hands, or do you work with your mind?
I just feel heart.
Heart. So do you work with your heart? Do you work with emotions?
Feeling, yes.
Feelings. And is that your job, to work with your feelings?
Yeah.
Esoph, can you tell me, why do you work alone? Where are the rest of your family and your group? Well, as you're walking around at the top of this mountain in Egypt, absorbing the sun, feeling the power and the love, I want you to just observe all around you. And is there anywhere else that you'd like to go now? Have a look from the top of the mountain and tell me, where would you like to go next?
To go to another side.
Another site? So let's do that now. Let's close that scene. Just imagine you closing that scene as if you were flicking the switch of a remote control, and allow your mind to go drifting and floating through time and space. And I'm going to count from 3 to 1, and when we get to 1, we're going to go to another site. So when you're ready, 3, drifting and floating, very good. 2, just allow your mind to drift and wander. making an intention to go to another site. So when you're ready, and 1, be there now. So as you get your bearings, Esoph, and you look around, describe this new site to me, this new place. What do you feel and what do you sense around you? Are you outside or are you in?
It's dark again, planet.
It's dark planets. These planets that you talk of, Esoph, are they planets that you can see in the sky?
Yes.
And what do these planets mean to you, Esoph?
See stars. Don't know.
So as you make your way around this place, and as you say you wanted to go to another place, so we've been to the mountains and seen the carved statues in the mountains. Let's just see where you go next. So put one foot in front of the other now. Each and every step going deeper and deeper. Each and every step just allowing the memory of your next journey to come forward. And as you walk from the darkness now, from the planets, tell me, where are you walking to now? Are you still in Egypt, Esoph? No. So I want you to just imagine where you would be. What's the first name that comes to mind? What country are you in?
Hungary.
Bulgaria.
Hungary.
Bulgaria.
Hungary.
Hungary. And are you still a man? Look at yourself. Or are you female now?
I think it's female.
You're female. And as you look at yourself, describe to me, what are you wearing? Look down and see.
I think white. It's like a flower thing on the head.
A flower thing on the head, yeah.
Like a round, I don't know how you call them.
A round hat?
A round, yeah, like a flower. Very nice, beautiful lady.
A beautiful lady. And how old do you feel there? Just see those numbers come to mind.
25, maybe.
You're 25 years old. If you're 25 years old, you'll know your name. Listen out for your name.
Lisa.
Lisa. Good evening, Lisa. Thank you for coming forwards and working with us. Lisa, if you're 25 years old and you're in Hungary, I want you to look around your landscape and tell me, are you inside or are you outside, Lisa? Look around. What do you imagine is there?
I think it's outside, but it's dark again.
Outside, and it's dark.
I see a wolf.
You see the wolf? Is it the same wolf?
No, it's darker.
It's a darker wolf?
You can see like a cloud, dark, very cloud, dark clouds. Sorry.
Dark clouds? And tell me, do you feel that you're on your own, or do you feel that there are people close by?
There's no people, only the wolf.
No people. How do you feel towards this wolf? Look at this wolf and spiritually connect and tell me. How do you feel?
He's okay, protected.
It's a protective wolf?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's watching.
He's watching. Mm-hmm. Well, what I want you to do now, Lisa, is I want you to use your mind and telepathically communicate with that wolf. So as you look into the eyes of that wolf, and the eyes are the windows to the soul, I want you to telepathically communicate with that wolf and tell me, do you get a message from that wolf, Lisa?
Much love.
Much love. Thank you very much. So now, Lisa, what I want you to do is I want you to walk around this place in Hungary. And as you begin to put one foot in front of the other and walk around this place, tell me, as you're walking on this ground, what does this ground feel like?
I can't feel it.
Are they cobbled stones? Is it sand?
I think it's like grey.
It's grey. Mm-hmm. Well, I want you to put one foot in front of the other now, Lisa, and begin to walk. And as you walk around, I want you to take me to the place that you live. So I want you now to make an intention to take me to the place where you live. So with that thought in mind, I'm going to count from 3 to 1. And when I get to 1, we're going to be there, standing in front of the place where you live. So when you're ready, 3. Just allow your mind to drift, making an intention to visit the place where you live. 2. Know you're getting closer and closer. And 1. Be there now. So as you're looking at this place where you live, describe it to me, Lisa. What does it look like?
I feel like a castle.
A castle? Mm-hmm.
A castle with pointy tops. What do you call them? I don't know.
Yeah?
Grey, big.
How wonderful. Mm-hmm. So step into that castle now. And as you step into that castle and begin to walk around,
I can see people.
you see people. Mm-hmm.
Like market.
It's a market. Mm-hmm. And do the people in the castle know you there?
They are watching me now.
They're watching you. Mm-hmm. So tell me about this castle that you live in. Do you work at this castle?
No.
What do you do there then, Lisa?
Leader.
You're a leader. Mm-hmm. And how do the people treat you there?
Nice.
Yes. So you've done a good job there. Mm-hmm.
They're talking to me. Hello.
They talk to you a lot?
Hello, they're saying to me.
They're saying hello to you.
When I was walking in.
So they're very comfortable with you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So Lisa, what I want you to do now is I want you to walk away from the market and I want you to go to the place where you live, where you eat and where you sleep, and tell me, do you have any family in that place there?
I think it's a mom. Mom.
You have a mum there? Mm-hmm.
Dad.
And a dad?
It's like the room is like princess.
You're almost like a princess. Mm-hmm. But you say that you're a leader.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
like a princess bed, I can see.
Oh, princess's bed.
Sorry.
Have a look around this room and tell me, is this your room, Lisa?
Yes.
It's your room. And describe to me what you've got in that room. You've told me you've got a bed.
It's the bed is like it has 4 things on the top and it's
Four-poster?
covered around,
Yeah, a 4-poster bed.
I'm not sure how you say it. Yeah.
And what else do you have in that room? Do you have a window?
Mirror, yeah, window.
A mirror and a window.
It's grey inside, but it's artistic doing it.
And do you have any brothers or sisters, Lisa, in that life?
I can't see at the moment.
You can't see. So let's go and visit your mum and dad. I want you to put one foot in front of the other, and I want you to see yourself walking to the place where your mum and dad are. See them there now in front of you. And as you look at your mum, and I want you to connect with her energy, and as you begin to make that intention to connect with her energy, how do you feel about your mother?
Emotional.
You feel emotional?
I don't want to go to her.
You don't want to go to her? And describe to me your mother. Describe her character to me, totally detached from any pain, fear or emotion. How does she treat you?
Cold.
She's cold. Well, I want you now to look into the eyes of your mother and tell me what colour are her eyes?
Grey. Oh, blue-grey something.
And as you look into those eyes, Lisa, you know that the eyes are the windows to the soul. So I want you just to focus now, deeply focus on those eyes. And I want you to telepathically communicate with those eyes, mind to mind and soul to soul. And tell me, does this mother work with you today in this life? Who is she today? Just your first impression.
It might be.
Who is she?
It might be my mother.
It's your mother today. And as you look compassionately at your mother in that life, tell me, Lisa, is there a reason why your mother is so cold in that life to you? So emotionally detached? What has happened to your mother in that life for her to be so detached to you?
I don't know, I just feel heavy.
Heavy. Well, let's just turn to look at your father now. Describe your father to me. How do you feel towards your father there, Lisa?
Just want to go and hug him.
Go and hug him. Is he cold or warm to you?
He's like standing up, but I'm putting my head in his chest, and he's putting his arms after my back, holding me back.
So you've got your head in his chest and he's putting his arms around you. That's quite an affectionate father there, isn't it? Do you get strength from your father there?
Yes.
Lisa? Well, I want you to look up now and look into the eyes of your father, knowing that the eyes are the windows to the soul. And I want you to totally focus and go deep and deep and deep and deep into those eyes and telepathically communicate. And tell me, is there a father in that life here today? Who is he? Just your first impression.
The feeling is, as I feel warm, yes.
Who is he today in this life?
I feel he's my dad.
Is your dad today? So you've managed to work with these two souls in separate lifetimes. So what I want you to do now, Lisa, I want us to stay in the same timeline, but I want us to move forward in the future to a time when something important is happening to you. So what I want you to do now is just close that scene. Just imagine you closing the scene, drawing the curtains or flicking a switch, and allow your mind to go forward in that future. Allow your mind to go forward, just drifting and floating in the same timeline to another time when something important is happening. I'm going to count from 3 to 1 and then we'll be there. So when you're ready, 3, drifting and floating now through time. 2, to another important time in that life, and 1. Be there now. So Lisa, how old do you feel now?
Child.
You're a child. And as this child, I want you to know yourself, just have a knowing. Are you a male or a female child?
I think a girl.
You're a girl. And as you look down at your clothes, what kind of garments are you wearing?
I think it's green top.
A green top.
Blue trousers.
And trousers?
Blue, maybe.
Blue trousers. Very colourful. And in a moment I'm going to tap you on the forehead, and when I tap you on the forehead you'll see the numbers of your age come to mind. So when you're ready, 3, 2, 1, see those numbers. How old are you there?
7.
You're 7 years old. Hear your name being called. What do people call you in that life?
Rosie.
Rosie. Good evening, Rosie. Rosie, you're only 7 years old. Are you on your own, or take a look around? How do you feel? Or are people with you?
Some people far. Not far, but there are some people.
So what are you doing there, Rosie? Take a look around and tell me.
I think it's like a big park.
It's a park.
Beautiful sky. Birds flying. I can see some bright, like a wave when you on the sky, like a I can see bright like this.
How wonderful.
Sky.
How wonderful. And tell me, Rosie, what country are you in there? Just the first thing that comes to your mind.
I think it came Bulgaria.
You're in Bulgaria. These people that you're with at this park, I want you to make your way towards these people. And I want you to describe these people to me. Are they family or are they friends, Rosie?
Not can see one woman, 2 children.
Go towards this woman with 2 children and get so close that you can see her face. Step a little closer and tell me, how do you feel about this woman?
She's a bit strange.
She's strange? Describe strange to me. What's the emotion that you feel?
She looks like scary.
She's scary. Who is she? Do you know this woman?
No.
No. And what about the 2 children there? Are they her children?
They're the same, yeah. Weird.
2 weird children. What is different about them?
No, they have dark hair, but I don't know, they look really different.
I want you to connect with their energy and tell me, what kind of energy do they have?
Negative.
Oh, they have negative energy. So let's walk away from this woman and these children now. And as you continue to walk around the park, Rosie, tell me, do you have any family in that life?
No.
You have no family? Do you have no brothers or sisters? But you're only 7 years old, Rosie. Are you walking around this park on your own?
Yes.
Yeah? And as you look around this park, you'll be able to tell me what season it is. Is it spring or summer or winter?
I think it's between spring and summer.
It's between spring and summer. So how do you feed yourself there, Rosie? See yourself getting food. Who helps you there? What do you do?
I'm not sure. I just saw really beautiful light coming under my foot, coming and going.
A beautiful light?
Coming around me, my foot.
That comes around you?
Yeah. Like a star, like coming towards me and under me and going like this.
So almost protecting you?
Yes.
Comforting you?
Yes.
I want you to...
Oh, it's wheeling me now, like going like this.
How wonderful. So I want you to connect with the energy of that star.
Beautiful. It was so white, so bright. I feel so.
Is this a guide that is with you, Rosie?
Somebody is holding me like this.
All right. So it's actually somebody holding you and protecting you. As you're walking around this place in Bulgaria, tell me, are you in a village or a town or in the country?
I think it's like countryside.
You're in the country. Well, Rosie, what I want you to do is, I want you to put one foot in front of the other. And what I want to do is, I want to go forward in that life. So with each step that you take, we're going to go forward, so you grow older and older, and we want to stop at a time when something important has happened in that life, so that you can describe it to me. So when you're ready, let's just close that scene, and as I click my fingers now, each and every time I click my fingers, you go drifting and floating forward and forward in that life, in the same lifetime now, to another important time. 3, 2, and 1. How old are you now, Rosie?
I think an adult.
You're an adult. Are you in the same place now, Rosie? Take a look around.
Oh, it looks like factory.
You're in a factory. What I want you to do for me is I want you to describe this factory. What is it that you do in that factory? Take a close look. See yourself working now. What is it that you do in this factory?
Just observing.
Service?
Observing.
Observing. So are you like the manager there?
Yeah.
So what is it that this factory makes? Look at the materials that they're using or making. What is it that you make at this factory, Rosie?
I think it's food.
Food. Very good. And now that you're older, Rosie, do you live alone or do you live with other people?
I can see myself there. I can see like a steam coming out.
Steam? Where is this steam coming from?
Steam or from the factory.
Steam from the factory?
I can they are wearing like metal things.
And how old do you feel now, Rosie? Just see the numbers come to mind. How old are you?
I think 60 maybe.
You're 16.
60.
60. And tell me, Rosie, did you get married in that life?
I think yes.
Yeah? Well, what I want to do is I want you to make an intention to bring the image of your husband towards you. So with that in mind, just allow that image to get closer, coming forward now till it's fully in focus. And I want you to connect with the emotion of your husband and tell me, how do you feel towards him? Is it a good match?
No.
He's not good. So describe him to me. Describe his emotional state. Is he kind?
It's a bit harsh.
He's harsh. Well, I want you to look into his eyes there. Describe those eyes to me. What colour are they?
Brown.
They're brown eyes. And as you look deep into those eyes now, as you have many times, you know the eyes are the windows to the soul. Rosie, begin to connect with the soul behind the eyes. Telepathically communicate now. Mind to mind and soul to soul. And tell me, is that husband in your life today? Who is he?
He's not my husband.
He's not your husband?
Today, no.
No. Is he in this life at all? Or is he not?
Not sure.
Maybe that will come to mind later. Tell me, Rosie, did you have any children in that life?
2.
You had 2 children. So did you have boys or girls or both?
Both.
Both. So what did you call your daughter?
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. How old is Elizabeth?
12.
12. And what about your son? What did you call your son?
Yusuf.
Yusuf? Well, as you look at Elizabeth there, I want you to describe Elizabeth's character to me. So how is she? Is she a joyous soul?
Sweet.
She's what?
Sweet.
She's sweet.
Lovely. Smiling.
Lovely and smiling. Very good. Very good. And take a look into her eyes and tell me, what colour are they?
Brown.
They're brown. And what colour is her hair?
Brown.
Brown. How wonderful. And you have a lot of love for Elizabeth?
Yes.
Yeah. Take a look at Elizabeth's eyes there. And I want you to connect now, telepathically connect with the soul of Elizabeth and tell me just your first impression. Is Elizabeth in this life today? Who is she?
My baby.
She's your baby. And I want you now to go to Yusuf and describe Yusuf's character. How do you feel his energy is?
Scary.
Scary?
No, caring.
Caring. And as you look into Yusuf's eyes, I want you to connect with the very soul of Yusuf. Deep into those eyes, telepathically communicating. Is Yusuf in her life today?
My baby.
Is your baby. Very good. So that's good they've come to work with you again today. Well, Rosie, what I want to do now is I want you to close that scene and I want you to take me to the last scene of that life, or the very last day of that life. So I want you now to just close that scene now, as if you're drawing the curtains or flicking the switch of a remote control. And now just allow yourself to float forward to the last day of that life, drifting and floating now to the very last day, so that we can see exactly how you got on in that life, drifting and floating. I'm counting from 3 to 1. 3, 2 and 1. Be there now. So Rosie, on the last day of your life, where are you?
Bed.
You're in bed. Are you alone, Rosie?
Have people around.
Other people around? Are you ill or are you old?
Ill.
You're ill. So what is it that's made you so ill? Just look at that body and communicate with that body. And what does it tell you?
Heart.
Heart. So knowing that this is the last day of your life, what I want you to do now, Rosie, is I want you to take a nice deep breath. Take a deep breath in. And as you take a deep breath in, step away from that body and step out of that body and just hang around about 3 foot above the body and breathe out. Very good. And now that you're out of that body, Rosie, tell me, how did you do in that life? How did your soul do in that life?
It was good.
You did very well. And now that you know that you're a soul, tell me, as you look at yourself, do you have a colour as an energy?
Really bright.
You're just a bright energy?
So bright.
And it's normal now that someone comes to collect you, to take you home. So as you look up and I continue to talk to you, see something come towards you, whether it's a colour or an energy or a person or a thing. And the more I talk, the closer and closer and closer it comes into view, until you can see really clearly what has come to collect you, to take you back home. Describe to me what you feel.
Feel heat.
Heat. So you feel the energy of the warmth. Well, I want you to make your way towards this energy now. And as you get closer to this energy, I want you to feel the heat of this energy, and I want you to absorb yourself in it. And I want you to swim around in this warm energy. How do you feel now, Rosie?
Really hot.
Well, I'd like to come with you now to go to your spirit realm, to see your family up there. So let's go with this energy now. Let's go up and up and up and up and up and up, drifting higher and higher and higher, higher and higher. And I'm going to count from 3 to 1. And when I get to 1, we're going to be with your spirit family. So when you're ready, 3, going higher and higher, drifting up and up and up and up and up. 2, getting closer and closer now to the spirit realm. And 1. And I want you to be there now, and I just want you to feel around you and tell me, do you feel that you're on your own there, or do you feel that there are others there?
I think there is 1.
There is 1. Make an intention to draw that soul closer to you. As I talk to you, feel the energy of that soul getting closer and closer. This energy that you have there, is it a male or a female energy?
Female.
It's a female energy. Female energy. How wonderful. And as it gets closer and closer, I want you to step into that energy. Step into the energy of that soul so that you can share your minds and communicate. And what does this other soul tell you? What is the message?
Be strong.
Strong?
Be strong.
Be strong. Well, I'll be sure to take that message. Can I ask, this energy that is with you now, is this part of your soul group?
Yes.
Yeah, it's part of your soul group. And what was the purpose of this soul group? What is it that you do? Do you bring energy or colour or something else?
Bright energy.
Bright energy. Well, that explains quite a lot. So this soul member of your family is telling you to be strong. Do I have permission to speak to your soul family today?
Yes, please.
Thank you very much. I'd like permission to speak to this soul that is part of your group. And in a moment I'm going to tap you on the forehead. And when I tap you on the forehead, I want to be able to speak to that other soul. So when you're ready, 3, 2, 1. Good evening, soul. I know that you've asked for my client to be strong. How long have you been working with her? Is it in this lifetime or many lifetimes? Many lifetimes. And tell me, what is it that she's come down to learn this time round? And you're supporting her. What is it that she's come to learn? Confidence. And how do you feel that she's doing with her confidence? Not good. So what message do you want to give her?
Lift up.
Lift up. Lift up. So sort of raise her vibration.
Yeah. Forget.
Forget. And lift up and forget. So as you're working with her and you know the contract that she has, can I ask you, does she have something to look forward to?
Yes.
Describe some of the things that she will be looking forward to.
Bright future.
A bright future. Will this bright future be with her family?
Don't know.
You don't know. Well, thank you very much for talking to me today. I'm going to tap you on the forehead and thank you. So what I want to do now is I'd like to be able to talk to my client's inner self. So now that we've finished with the soul realm, I want you just to close that scene. Close that scene and allow everything to drift and float away, clearing your mind as I want to speak to your inner self, your subconscious mind, your higher self. So when you're ready, what I want you to do is I want you to take a nice deep breath in. Very good. That's right. And as you breathe out, what I want you to do now is I want you to step away from your body to allow your inner self, your inner voice to come forward and talk to me. So good evening, inner self. Are you going to work with me this evening?
Yes.
Thank you. Inner self, do you feel female or male energy or neither?
Female.
You're female. And how many lives have you had with my client? What's the number?
7.
7 lives? And what is it that you're working on? What is it that she's learning?
Confidence.
Confidence. And is the purpose of this session today?
Yes.
Yes, to instill more confidence. Thank you very much. Well, inner self, what I want to do is I want to do a body scan with you today. And we're going to find any energy or blockages in the body. So what we're going to do is we're going to start at the top of the head. And I want you to go in here with your X-ray vision and start at the top of the head and go all around the back of the eyes, down the jaw, across the shoulders. Just see this body and let's scan it and just sense where we can help the body today. Just keep scanning the body down into the heart area, into the tummy area. Very good. All the way down to the hips, down the thighs, down the shins, all the way down to the feet and the toes. And let's do that again. Let's go up, 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 up. Scanning for any negative energy, any blockages, all the way up to the forehead. And tell me, is there anything there that we can work on today? As you look at her body now, describe to me, what part of the body can we work on?
My heart.
A heart. So what I want you to do, inner self, I want you to go into that heart. So see yourself now going into that heart and walking around, and tell me, how does this heart feel?
Like stones.
Stones. So what has happened to this heart?
It's damaged.
It's damaged. So what I want to do today is I'm going to place my hand here, and I'm going to call on Archangel Michael and his team to come down, and I'm going to call on the angels too to come down with them, and I'm asking them and inviting them into this room now to work with me. And as they stand around this bed tonight, I want them to pour all their energy into this heart through my hand, and pour their loving light energy into this heart. And I want this energy to have a colour, and this is a bright, soft pink of love. And see this soft pink energy now just going into the heart like liquid energy, soaking into the heart. Feel it going over all those grey damaged stones in the heart. Feel it working away, soaking into those stones, and saying, no more, it is time to open the heart and to heal. And just allow all this pink energy to keep pouring in, pouring in. And as this energy fills your body, you can feel every fibre and muscle of your heart just relax and know that it is safe and comfortable and protected. And I'd like the angels now to sing a wonderful chorus with a hum. And as they sing that hum, I want their voice to connect with the energy in the heart until it's working on the same vibration. And I want them to activate the energy in the heart to soften all of those stones. Very good. See them working now, softening all those stones. That's right. Just pouring in that wonderful pink energy. No longer will this heart be damaged. Now that you have the loving light pink energy from Source, soothing and healing your heart, it's going to open now to accept and to love and to be loved. Keep pouring that energy in, and the more you need, the more you shall have. Keep pouring it and pouring it in. Very good. And I'm going to tap you on the forehead and seal that in. So inner self, tell me, as you look at the body once more, is there anywhere else on this body that we have any trapped energy or any attachments? Just scan the body for me again.
Root chakra.
In the throat chakra.
Root.
Right, I'm going to connect with this energy here. And I want this energy today to have a voice. So I'm going to connect with this energy and bring this energy forward so it can use your voice. So when you're ready, 3, 2, 1. Tell me, energy, what are you doing inside that throat? How long have you been there?
5 years.
5 years? So what are you doing inside that throat? What kind of things do you do?
Holding back.
Holding back.
Tight, very tight.
And you keep it very tight? And tell me, do you have a name or are you energy? What's your first impression?
Something with N.
N. N. If I say N, N, does that resonate with you? I'll call you N. N, you say that you've been there 5 years. Did you jump into this body 5 years ago, N? Yes. So you're an attachment. N, tell me, why didn't you go to Spirit when you had the chance? What happened to you?
Comfort. I was comfort here.
You was comforted?
Here. I'm not sure. Comfort.
You came here for the comfort?
Yeah.
Oh, right. You came for comfort. Well, what happened in your life then? Describe your life to me. What happened to you?
Scared.
You were scared? Are you scared to go to the spirit world?
Yes.
Why are you scared? What happened in your life that made you scared? Did you do something to make you scared, or are you just scared?
Feel like beaten.
Beaten? Were you beaten, or
Yeah.
you were beaten? I see. So you're an injured soul as well yourself. Well, are you ready now to go to the spirit realm to be healed?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. So I'm going to connect now. I'm going to connect my energy to your energy. And what I want you to do is, I want you to go inside to this throat area, and I want to get all your memories and all your energy. So go into this throat area now and start collecting all your memory. Keep pulling your memories out and putting them in my hand. See them as big ropes, pulling them and untying them and placing them into my hand, because it's time for you to go home. You can be soothed and healed and live a good life, a different life. So are you ready to come with me now? Thank you. So I'm going to offer that up to Spirit, and may the light of the universe always accompany you. So what shall we place inside the throat now that we've removed that attachment? What shall we put in there? Shall we put a colour?
Happy colour.
A happy colour?
Yes.
What colour would you like?
Purple.
Purple. So I'm going to connect now. And first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the crystals around your throat now, and I want them to begin to start to heal and soothe this throat area. And as we connect, I want you to imagine that my hand now is pouring in the colour purple from the spirit realm of love and comfort and confidence and security. And feel that pure spirit liquid energy now going deep into the throat area, so deep all the way round, deep into the muscles and the fibres and the cells. And this purple is going to communicate with your throat to say, hey, wake up. We can speak now. You can be brave. You can be confident. In fact, you're full of confidence, full of security. And totally aware now of your capabilities. Just allow that purple energy to keep pouring in and in and in until it's completely full, and I'll tap you on the forehead and seal that in. So tell me, inner self, have a look around this body and tell me, is there anything else on the body that we can work on today? Or shall we go to the questions?
Go to the questions.
Inner self, you've been with my client now for 7 lifetimes. You know her very well. Tell me about this fear that she has. What is this fear? Failure? Mm-hmm.
Not wanted. Not wanted.
Not wanted.
Not wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Like people don't want me.
So you're rejected.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Has she made this fear in this life, or is it from other lives?
Thing is coming to this life.
Mm-hmm. So inner self, what I want you to do for me is I want you to have a look at this body and tell me, where does she hold that fear in her body? Have a look.
Chest.
In her chest. As I put my hand on your chest now. Inner self, go in there now and find that fear. Find all that fear, all that energy of that fear, and tell me when you found it.
You found it.
You've found it. Inner self, what I want you to do now is I want you to communicate with that fear and say it is now time to leave.
It's time to leave.
Mm-hmm. And to come with you now.
Come with me now.
Mm-hmm. And I want you to put that energy into my hand. Just feel yourself now lifting it up, 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 and put it in my hand. That's right. And have I got all that energy now? Just bring it all up. That's right. Don't leave any fragment. Keep bringing it up. My hand is like a magnet, and it keeps drawing it up and up and up and up. Very good.
My chest.
It's in your throat area. Mm-hmm. Well, let me have both. Keep drawing it now. Just allow all that fear to be pulled out by my fingers. Feel the energy from my fingers drawing it into my hand, almost sucking it out like a vacuum, bringing it out now. That's right. Releasing it from all those muscles until you have nothing left in there. Have I got all the energy now? All the fear? Thank you very much. Wow, it's heavy. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael to come forward with his sword of light, and I'm going to offer that to you, Archangel Michael, to place on your sword of light and take back to spirit where it can be restored and replenished. Thank you very much. So what I want to do now is I want to put this crystal here on the throat, and as you feel this crystal now connect with your throat, I want you to feel the pure blue energy from this crystal now just seeping into your throat, going through your veins, filling the space now of this calm and confident woman. This calm and confident woman who is capable of living her dreams to the full. Just allow this energy to go deep and deep and deep into the neck, soaking into every fibre. And now I want this crystal energy to connect with the throat chakra, and I want the throat chakra to slowly spin, very slowly, spinning in a clockwise direction. That's right, faster and faster and faster. And as it spins faster and faster, see all the bad energy flicking away, disappearing and going up into the universe as it goes faster and faster and faster, and see this chakra getting brighter and brighter and more confident and more self-assured. That's wonderful. And now I want you to make this blue even deeper and see the chakra now, this wonderful deep energy blue, so powerful, so strong. Now that she is capable of expressing herself in a safe and calm way, nothing will stand in her path. So what I want you to do now is to allow the chakra to slow down to its normal balance. And as I touch your throat here, I want the spirit guides now to activate your throat chakra for you. That's right. And I want them to turn the volume up of strength, of courage and expression. Very good. And I'm going to tap you on the forehead and seal that in. There's another question that I wanted to ask you, and she has a question about being shy. Have we dealt with that today?
No.
Where is that? Where is that energy hiding in her body? Is it a memory?
I could see like a cat figure.
A cat figure. I want you to connect with that cat figure and tell me, whereabouts is that cat figure?
Front of me.
In front of you. I want you to be able to communicate with this cat figure.
It's white, so white.
It's a white cat.
So bright.
Because you can spiritually communicate with this cat, you can hear what it's thinking, telepathically communicate. What is this cat telling you?
It's from childhood.
Oh, it's from childhood. And
in my head.
Oh, and the words got in your head?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to place my hand here. In a self, what I want you to do is I want you to walk around the head here, and I want you to go inside the part of the head that holds her vocabulary, and I want you to go into that library of words. And I want you to find the words that need to be removed today. And as you're looking around, tell me, what was the memory in her childhood? What made her shy? I want you to go back to the time of her childhood that made her shy, and feel yourself now drifting and floating back and back, and see her smaller and smaller to that child. And what was it that made her shy? Be there now.
My mom. Not
Your
that
mother. Was it your mother's words? Well, what I want to do now is I want to go in here now, and I want to bring the colour yellow of the sunshine, and I want to pour in the colour yellow into the top of the head to bring the sun, the rays, the heat and the warmth, to soften the words of your mother. And I want all the wonderful energy of the sun to beam into the top of this head. That's right. Drying up all those negative words, and see those negative words now lifting out of the head and just floating and drifting away. That's right. Wonderful. And I'm going to tap you on the forehead and seal that in. Very good. So can you tell me, inner self, about her grandma? Is her grandma working with her? She's working with her. Is her grandma here today?
Yes.
Yes. Inner self, do we have permission to speak to her grandma today?
Yes.
Thank you very much. Well, I'm going to count from 3 to 1. And when I get to 1 and tap you on the forehead, I'd like to be able to speak to her grandmother. So when you're ready, 3, 2, 1. Grandmother, tell me, why are you here today?
To help.
To help? And what is it that you're providing her?
Love.
Love. Is that your message to her today?
Yes.
I want you to fill her with love now. As I place my hand here, Grandma, just fill her with love. That's right. Let her know what it feels like now to have your warmth and your security and your love in her heart. Go in there now and just pour all your love into her heart and see how her heart expands. Very good. How wonderful. How wonderful. She's going through a few things at the moment. How do you think she's doing, Grandma? To be stronger? Are you going to help her be stronger? Are you going?
Yes.
Yes? That's wonderful. I'll be sure to give her the message. Do you have any more messages for her, Grandma, before you leave?
Everything will be okay.
Everything will be okay. Thank you very much. I'll tap you on the forehead, Grandma. Thank you very much for working with me. I wanted also to ask about Tula, your business partner.
Yes.
Tell me, have you had lives before together? Or is this your first life working together?
I think yes.
Your first life?
I think before.
Oh, before. And do you gain strength from each other?
Yes. She's like sister.
Oh, she is like your sister. And is that the support that they give each other? Yeah, sister and support. Thank you. I'll be sure to give her that message. We have one last message, Inner Self. We'd like to know about her guides. How many guides does she have working with her at the moment?
6.
She has 6 guides. And what are these guides helping her with?
Comfort.
Comfort. And how will she know when these guides are close to her?
Feel.
Oh, she can feel them. And what is the message from these guides?
We will get you through it.
We will get you through. We will get you through.
Your heart will get better.
Your heart
will get better.
Your heart will get better. Let me just write that down. And that's going to be a very important message to her at this time.
Yes.
Thank you very much, guides, for working with me today. Inner self, we've come to the end of our session now, so is there anything that you think that I should have asked, or is there anything that you want me to work on before it's time to leave? Or are we done?
Just to have love, full of love.
To have love.
Peace and love.
I'll write that down. Thank you very much. Well, it's now come to the end of the session, so what I want you to do is I want to thank you, inner self, for working with me, but it's now time to step back. So take a nice deep breath in, and as you step back, just allow my client to come back into her body, to allow her circulation back in. Very good. To feel herself connecting back into the room, knowing that she's been on an amazing journey and that she will remember everything that she needs to remember and disregard the rest. So when you're ready, and only when you're ready, nice and steadily, very slowly, feel yourself coming back into this room. Very good. Nice and steady. Getting closer and closer now. And when you're ready, open your eyes and come back to the room.